Hello everyone, it's Rosemary Maris from Rosemary Maris Art. I'd like to share with you this book in a box, which is made with Stamperia forest paper. These are little cutouts which are raised around the side of the box. It's rather large, so I might have difficulty fitting it all in. I wanted to put these beads on it, so all I've done is I've hung them on the side of the box, and they've got pretty flowers and leaves and things like that in that go with the book. So the front of the box, if we can get it in, is like that. This is all raised up, and then this is a real twig with some of the leaves that I cut out and a little bird, and this is a doily. I've actually, last night I realised I have some, I don't know what they call it, it's like mossy stuff that I grow my orchids in, and I thought I could tuck a little bit in here, it would look rather nice. So I might add that, and then on the side it's got some more cutouts, and on this side it's really heavy. Look at those beautiful little foxes, they're gorgeous. And then on the back it's got some of the paper, some gold washi which I've used throughout the book as well, and then we'll see if we can go inside. These live inside here. They're cute. And on here we have the lovely fox. Again, these are raised up. This was actually some leaves that I stuck on that are actually fabric leaves. And then inside we have this piece of fabric here, where you can see that, which is held with a magnet, so you can actually pull it. I'll just remove those little creatures, and it pulls the book up for you to actually get it out of the box. And that's the inside of the one of the journaling cards in there. And it's all lined with the paper too. I'll just move that out of the way. I have to get down off my stool to do that, because I've got the thing raised up so I could get it all in. And then we have the book. So the front cover has got this cut out of a stag on it. Again, he's raised up, 3D. And some of the leaves down there. I didn't want to put anything on this paper because it's so stunning. It has fabric on the spine, and then these lovely leaves that they were quite a bright green, so I just went over them with a bit of ink to make it, to dull them down a little bit. That's the back. Inside we have a real feather, and what I did was I bound it with some string before I actually glued that in place as a pocket. And these are the little cards that come with the paper, and then on the back I've put this paper which is the same as the pages of the book, and then I've got these lovely little mushroom stickers from, guess where, AliExpress. I love AliExpress. And then he's raised up, and I thought, oh, he could be going after a one of the little berries. And then there's one of those there on some sort of mesh. And then this opens to here. Just move it over so you can see. And that's throughout. I've used this washi tape here, and that opens up to here. And this is a little book. So these are sitting on a belly band, and this little book has, and again, these are stickers and washi tape from AliExpress. Sound like I'm advertising them, don't I? So that sits in under those two. I saw a lady do that. I have no idea, but thank you for the idea. Then I've got this little tower of pockets. So they're just one pocket stuck on top of the other with all the little, because they have these little square things in. And what I did was I just put a hole in the corner and put that white sort of twine on it. That closes over there. And then over here we have this beautiful eagle picture. And what I did was I put brads in the corner, each corner, and then I wound string around the brads and then put the end, cut the ends. And this is one of Tim Holt's wildflowers, and that's a doily. Just bring the light in a bit more. So this is the start of the journal. This was a stamp from Kaisercraft or Kaiser, whichever way you want to say it, which I've used throughout, like putting in the corners and things like that. Look at these, they're just gorgeous. And then I've used the Tim Holtz wildflowers all the way through. And these are from the paper. Again, this is those little beautiful little things. When I buy Stamperia paper, I always buy 2 packs because I know that I want to use the front and the back of the paper because they're just so stunning. And that's one of the little stickers he's cut out from the paper. These stamps of the little animals I got from a magazine. And then these are stamps of Tim Holtz wildflowers. There's another one on some, I've forgotten the name of this stuff. Gauze? I don't know what it's called. A little sticker there. And I thought this was a bit different to put this on top of the, I actually had holes there that I was going to put some string through, and then I went, oh, I want something different. So of course I had to cover the whole up with these little cut out acorns from the paper. I sat cutting things out for 2 days. All these leaves. This is a beautiful stamp. I think I got that from England. And then over here there's a little bit of that Kaiser stamp with a little cutout on it. This is one of Wendy's tags. Wendy's Journal Adventure. Hedgehog on the back. And you can see how I've put this washi tape. It was quite wide, about that wide. And I just tear it and it goes into these nice points. And some of them are quite thin like this. And it just adds a little touch to it of a bit of gold. Because you know me, I love a bit of gold. And then I pleated this fabric, which is the same fabric on the back of the book. Didn't want to put anything on that because it's so stunning. I made a little envelope and put the little squirrel on it, and inside is one of the little journaling things. And there's a little bit of sari silk on the top of it. Bit of sari silk behind that. Oh, these leaves came with that stamp as well. That's just cut out from the paper, and that's some of the fabric, just a strip of it, and a piece of the gold washi tape. These are cut out from the paper. They have a lovely pocket. Look at that, it's gorgeous. And they're Journaling cards are just superb. I'm a big fan of Stamperia. Whatever they bring out, I love it. They've just released a new lot. This is on a bulb pin, but it was swinging around a lot, so I glued it down. Little charm. A couple of the little that's off the paper too. It's just a strip of it cut out, and that there. And then that's got a leaf on it. Looks a bit like a fern leaf, but I think it might actually be hemp. Some more beautiful flowers. I like doing it like this because it looks like they're growing out of a flower box. Another beautiful card. And we have the back page. Again with him stuck on. And then what I did with this, I cut this out of paper and I cut this little bit like a branch for him to sit on. I didn't want him just floating in midair. And then here I've done that winding round. This time it's black bookbinding thread, so waxed thread. I quite fell in love with that little thing. I like doing that. Some more of those leaves and some more. Oh, and then we have a couple of tags in there with the little these little you can buy them by weight. Guess where from? Yep, you're right, AliExpress. This is a piece of the two pieces actually of the ones that are on really thick card, so they're all raised up, and then inside there's a tag with another little tag in it and a little cutout. And this one as well. The papers are just stunning. And then here I just made a little hole in it. I think it had the hole in it actually. Put a bit of sari silk in it, which I've glued down. And then over here we've got another couple of tags in the next signature with some more pretty leaves on them. Oh, and thought, what's that? I said a bit of paper I had left over that I used it. I just made it into a journaling card. And then over here we've got a real leaf. Another one of Wendy's little tags. Some more of the little, with the mushrooms on the back. A little bit of sari silk with one of the cutouts, some more cutouts. Oh, that was a beautiful, beautiful sticker. Just thought it went with this so well. And then it's got the piece from the paper. It's probably from the back, the back of the pack on the outside. There's always a strip on the outside that I use. Some beautiful cards. I won't pull them out. Oh, and then the wildflowers. Maybe we'll pull it out. The wildflowers put there. Then I went, oh, I need something there. So I did them. Made them like a branch. I thought it looked quite nice. This is just here because they keep falling out. Another little card there. Oh, what I did here, where I cut some circles out with my big hole punch, and I've used throughout the book, so I've used one here. And then I have this, what I did, I cut it out of this paper here to put on the back, right? And then I have this circle. So I put it down here, the paper, and just stenciled through the circle. Oh, I thought that came out really nicely. Thought that was quite clever. Some more of that pleated paper. Oh, this is actually from another pack. It's not Stamperia paper, but I thought it went quite well. Can't remember the name. And I looked for another video and I used the front cover, so I have no idea what it is. Sorry. Look at these marching along. That's a metal leaf. It had a long stalk, and what I did was I bent it over and pushed it through the fabric to hold it and just put a little bit of glue around there. Some lovely more journaling cards. Now these are actually cut from the paper because I had some left over, and I don't waste anything of Stamperia paper. And if I keep the scraps, and I've got a filing cabinet with all the scraps in different places in there, and I never think to go to it. So I go, no, I'm going to use all the scraps up in the one place. That's another piece of that fabric, little raised bird, little double pocket here made with one of the journaling cards, and then a piece of the paper. So that goes in there, and that goes in the one behind. And again, I had these left over from all the things I cut out, and went, I got to use them. And there's a little tiny tag from a little tiny scrap I had left. Waste not, want not. That's what my mother used to say. Oh, and then I cut some butterflies out of the paper as well, which look quite cute. Another circle with a thing in it, and then this is from the paper. Another little envelope. I just love these little foxes. And that has a couple of... I just saw somebody from Stamperia on a blog hop, and she'd made a picture in a frame with these plastic bugs like this on it. It was all decorated, and then it had these huge ones, like about that big. And what she'd done was she'd painted them all black, and then done them all with metal paints. And then she'd made big antenna with beads all on them, and then put little leaves on as wings. And I went, oh my goodness me! And then I hit the little arrow that tells you all the things they've used, and she didn't have it listed there. And I thought, somebody in the comments there has said, where did you get the beetles from? Guess where she got them from? AliExpress. Guess what I immediately did? Went and found them myself. We're all into AliExpress. They're just plastic kids things, but they look really, really realistic once she'd done them all up. There's those beautiful things I got from... I got it from the op shop actually. Then this is cut out, stuck on with some of the leaves cut out, and then some more little feathers and leaves on the tabs. And I quite like this sort of rustic jute thread on it. I think that's what you call it, jute. And then again, they've got the little stickers on the back. I've noticed a lot of people that are showing things online, they have problems getting those stickers off, the back off. And what I do, I've found is really easy. If you put them with the back down on the table and then just pull up one side, it just peels off really easily. Took me ages to find out that, struggling with it. There's another little folder here. See, this is one of the circles that I cut out and then used the silhouette. Little extra writing space because I had the paper left. Then this is the last signature. Again, that gauze and the cutouts. Oh, I have to put some in there. You're not inside there, are you? Nope. I have to remember to go and put a little mushroom on there. Then I've made a little tuck spot with this squirrel in the corner. That's just to hold it in there so it doesn't fall out. Another one of Wendy's tags. Little tuck spot I've cut out from the paper. Some more larger tags with the pretty leaves on. Oh, no mushrooms on there either. Oh, 3 places I have to put mushrooms in. There's some more of those beautiful, strange looking flowers that I thought went well. That's got some more, that's another envelope with some more little cards in. I've used this side as a tuck, little pocket. Some more of that fabric. So in the centre of my signatures, I always put another piece of card to stop it ripping the pages. So there's some more of the beautiful paper. Another little circle one there. And this one, what I did was I cut out the paper, and then on my crocodile there's a little tiny hole, so I put little tiny holes there and then cut the slits with a Stanley knife so that it makes 3 little pockets like that. And I measured the size I wanted to put those little round tags in. I thought that was quite cute. And another little bit of sari silk, another charm. Another card made out of, another mushroom missing. There's all these missing mushrooms. The fairies must have taken them for their fairy ring. Oh, there's another one of those circles. Then what I did was I put a stamp of the flowers in the middle, and then I put a bit of that gold washi tape on it. A little bit of the fabric there. Some more of the tiny cards. Oh, and there's the box with the flowers growing out of it. Some more tags with, they look as if they're big, but they're actually not that big. And then this is the back one with another beautiful feather. Look at the colours in that, stunning. And then that flips out to that beautiful paper, which I didn't want to put anything on because it's so beautiful. And then there we have the fox, and I thought, oh yes, I'll put some foxgloves there. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed that book in a box.